Welcome over to ChessWhiz TV, episode 469. I'm your host, The Wiz. Today we're going to play something that I called Mercenary Chess, but that's very bad, actually, because there's another variant called Mercenary Chess that is the actual Mercenary Chess. But we just played that one like 10 episodes ago. We played something called, let's go over here, Rook Sniper Chess, where if you check the opponent with your rook, you win. And that's called Mercenary Chess in some circles. By that I mean in the circular portions of some people's brains. So quickly I changed Mercenary Chess to something else about rooks. However, that's going to confuse everybody, so maybe I shouldn't even have said it, but let's just pretend that no one's confused. That's a great way to get started. So the rules of this Mercenary Chess, forget about what I said in the past, because here we are in the future, and the rules are, if you get your rook to the back rank, you win. The reason I'm making the rules so simple is because chess is a very difficult game. I mean, you look at the chessboard and then you start to get a headache. What I do instead of chess is I sleep. It's very, very much more relaxing than chess. However, let's not talk about that. If all you had to do was get your rook to the back instead of catch that wily king that keeps moving around, chess would be so much easier. So that's what we're going to play instead. Instead of chess, no chess here. We're just going to play Mercenary Chess, which is rook to the back of the board. Now, the opponent, he's already at the back of the board, so he wins as soon as the game starts. Just kidding. He has to get it to his back of the board, which is your board. You know, that's very yin-yang. Each player has a different back of the board from their own perspective. Why is no one joining? Oh, I forgot. Nobody watches this show anymore. That's too bad. Well, what we're going to do right now while we wait is select all the text on the page. I love doing that by accident, of course. Let's open up this game Notepad, and then we'll click this button that says Notepad. It's gone. Oh, it's gone. Well, let's switch to this view, which I always forget to leave, and then we'll turn on Notepad. Okay, if you reach the back of the board, back rank, we'll just say back rank because I'm a cool chess player, right? The back of the board is like layman's term, but a professional chess variant maker upper would say back rank. That means the back of the board, obviously. With a rook, with a rock, you win instantly. Okay, we typed up the rules. We're done with Notepad. That's really all I do with Notepad these days. It is such a fun game. You can also make animations with it, but maybe I'll show you that because no one's joining. Join. Let's type join in the chat. Because if no one joins, I'll just keep saying, let's show how you can make animations, okay? Because this is really important. I mean, if you're watching ChessWhiz TV and you're like, well, what I need to do is learn about chess, there's plenty of videos about chess. This video is about Notepad animations. So let's get going here. What you want to do is you want to put a dot in the screen, and then like 2 dots and 3 dots, like maybe whatever you want to animate. Let's send these 3 dots over here in the middle. I'm confused between enter and space. I'll tell you why later. Okay, so now let's like put them over here, and then let's make them be a here again, and then let's make them spread out. Okay, and now let's put a hole in the middle. Okay, so I'm just using dots right now, but let's put some dashes in here because I love Morse code. Let's put dot dot dash dot dot dot. There's just like a number. It's the number 11 to 11. That's Morse code, by the way, for 11 to 11. And then like here, and then dash dot dot, which is a D if I remember correctly. And then let's just go dash dash, and then dash dash dash. Okay, so what do you think is going to happen when I animate this? Okay, so ready? So now you take the whole thing and you make it short, like me, like super short, like help, I'm super short. That's what you do. You wait till Notepad says that. Then you scroll up to the top and you just push down a bunch of times. Okay, ready for the animation? Because nobody's playing chess with us. Let's go. Was that cool or what? Yeah, I guess it wasn't cool. So you can make a really, really long thing and then close it and choose don't save. That's what you can do with Notepad. And you can even hold down the arrow key if you want really fast animation. I mean, that's like 30 frames per second. So you could put like a character that's actually doing something, unlike in this video where nothing's happening. So that's something you can do with, whoa, there's a puzzle behind me and it's gone. Notepad, that's cool. Meanwhile, we wait for a chess opponent. These episodes are going to get more and more unchess-like until finally the entire episode is going to be ChessWhiz sitting in the challenge to a game menu. That's going to be a great episode. Maybe we should just name the next episode that, just in case this happens to us the whole time. It can be like this. It can be like, here's what it could be like. Episode 470, challenge to a game. And then it's just ChessWhiz in here. Like, I told you this would happen, guys. That's what I'll do. Okay, so let's open up the chess in a new tab because we're not going to give up on that. and we'll just make sure that we're the most popular person in the world. Okay. Okay. What? Over here it says the Wiz Mercenary Chess. So all you have to do is go to lichess.org, click that. Why would you do that? You're already doing that because you're watching right now. And then you're like, wow, it's ChessWhiz. Sure. Someone in the chat says, can I have the link? That's a fair question because I only just sent it twice to him in a very, very short period of time. So we have Bar Maniton in the chat. He's going to save the show. So we should all send him a thank you note for that quick before we die of old age. Because let's be honest, in the cosmic scheme of things, you are, how do I say this? It's a very short period of time when you're alive compared to all the time that you're not alive. So you're kind of a rounding error. Like practically speaking, you're not really alive because you're usually not alive. Does that make sense? Like if you were to pick a random time in the universe, like, let's see what time it is. It is 4.5 million years after the universe started to exist. I said that instead of created because maybe the universe didn't create. That's pretty weird. And then you're like, oh, Bar Maniton is not existing yet, and neither am I. Okay, let's go to 3.7 billion years. I was off by 100 million. Doesn't exist, still doesn't exist. 4.3 billion. No, I'm still off. Like, so if you pick random times, you're almost never existing, at least as far as I can tell. I could be wrong. Right? So the conclusion that I would reach, obviously, is you approximately are not alive. Like, if we were to just like approximate the existence of you, you're approximately not existing. Now that we've gone ahead with that, we do have Bar Monitor in the chat. Thank you for saving the show because that's like a 10-minute introduction. And here are the rules. If you reach the back wank with a rook, the back wank, I got to use that more often. I have never reached the back wank, if you know what I mean. You win instantly, which I love winning instantly. He's not here. See this clear thing? It says left the game when I mouse over it, which fortunately you can't. Join the game. Good, because I'm done drinking this. Just kidding. Okay, he says. Okay, so let's get a rook going. Let's get a rook going here. We need to add one more rule, which is rooks can jump. If we had those two rules and we were the white player, that would be great. But as it is, this is going to be very, very easy to win because rooks, they move so straight and fast. I mean, if I said kings touch the back rank, that would be like touchdown chess, which we did episode 0. But rooks are so fast. It's going to be very, very easy to win. All I have to do is get all this junk out of the way so I can get my rook out. And I don't think that this is a great move, even so. This is a pretty good center I have right here. I got 2 defenders on this pawn. Now he's pinned them both, so let's just 3 defenders on this pawn. I guess I'll capture this way. It messes up the pawns, but I don't want to lose. Oh no, he has a 3rd attacker. He has 3 attackers and I have 3 defenders. I'm lucky he didn't just chomp. Okay, we'll try this. Now he's super blocked in. I can have this pawn back. Great. Okay, so that was actually a great example of what you just witnessed is how to handle unexpected situations, which is don't panic. Okay, because what time is it? Yes, that was like a 9-minute delay. So I did not have that plan, and yet I talked constantly because that's my greatest skill, talking constantly. Everybody loves me. I got on that stream, right, and there were no challengers, nobody to play. What do? Do you press the end stream button because that's pretty tempting, or do you just like make stuff up for 10 minutes? And that's not easy to do. I was definitely panicking. My heart was beating. Like if you were to consider whether my heart was beating or not, you would quickly consider that it was because of that tense situation. And yet we got through it. Bar Maniton saved us. So I'm feeling kind of proud of myself that the show wasn't super bad. It was just like average, normal bad during that time. So you should write below the video, like just pause and go down there and be like, good job, ChessWhiz, for having just a normal bad video instead of making it super bad with no opponent, because that's like super hard mode. Whoa, super hard mode. How often do you activate that? Less often than you'd like. Let's see. Check. Oh, he's trying to do that rook thing with the thing. Oh, he can't do that though, because it's impossible to do that with all this junk on the board. It's junk, definitely. Let's just bump this up here where it's defended by everything. So I like the positions in my pieces, I think. I mean, I got extra space. I got an advanced knight that can't be ever chased away, ever, not even in the next game. Uh-oh, it's being chased away right now. What else do we have? Let's just keep moving here. He's kind of clogged up in this area. Like this is clogged here. This is clogged to attack this area. Like he wants to attack the king side because this is a pawn chain. Okay, this is a queen, but let's just pretend it's a pawn. This is a pawn chain pointing this way. And there's a rule in chess, guys, in case you didn't know about the rule. The rule in chess says you should play toward the way your pawn chain is pointing. There's your chess tip for the day. I didn't mean to say chip. More like tip is what I meant. If your pawn chain is pointing to the king side, which this is definitely a pawn chain, just missing a pawn, then you should play in the king side, which is probably why he moved his king over here, and attack the king side. Meanwhile, my pawn chain is attacking to the queen side, which is why I'm taking all this free stuff. That's actually a very good rule to apply in any chess position, especially in the French defense, where black goes like this with his pawns. His pawn chain is pointing this way. Meanwhile, white's pawns look like this. I guess his pawns are here, 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 and here. So that would be I never can draw orange. Yes, I'm drawing orange this way. So white should play, and now I'm going to make like a boxy area where white should play. And the opening moves do suggest the white plays that way. Oh, this is very good. Look at that. I have a battery. This is called a battery. Wow, I am teaching so much chess today. I think that's a song, actually. Not that I ever would have heard that song, ever, so don't think I have. We did play horse racing chess once, which was a chess variant where if you get your knight to the back rank, you win instantly. So this is like rook racing chess. We could call it castle racing. In fact, let's just change the name of it to rook racing chess. Rook racing chess sounds like a good name. Because mercenary chess, as I discussed a long time ago, is not this variant. So I'm going to change the name of the variant. In fact, I should do that right now. Watch this. F12, F12, F12. Yeah, I guess you only have to push it once. Okay, so I can see something on the screen that you can't see. It's called Dev Tools. If you open up Chrome, then you can come in here and you go like this. The people on YouTube are going to be so confused. Never mind, they're going to see me do this. Rook, rock, racing, chess. Bam! Look at that. It says Rook Racing Chess over there. Okay, we just renamed that thing gummy right there. I'm not going to bother about the rest of this mess because I don't care about the live viewers. But on YouTube, actually, you guys saw me edit that. Never mind. Nothing is amazing anymore. But I'm about to win Rook Racing Chess because this is defending this. So you're not doing nothing, man. Whereas I am doing everything. Win is imminent. Whoa, let's just type that out because I could take this and then reach the back rank. I don't see how he can't not lose to me right now. Except if I just let him win. If I were to capture his queen, that would be then he would win. So I guess that's the one way. Close one. So I think the way to play this chess variant. GG. I'm black, so I have a natural advantage thanks to affirmative action. D colon. Colon D. Colon D. I think that's a good way to respond to D colon. This is like a happy face, and this is an upside down sad face. So it's like, no wonder you're sad. Your neck is upside, your head is on upside down. So I would understand why you're sad. Want to play again? I'm not going to click that thing. Want to play again. Because there isn't such a thing. There's good game. Well played. Thank you. Got to go and buy. Where's the rematch button? It's way over here, and it's rude to click it. Because if you click this, that's like calling someone on the phone. Okay? You don't just call someone on the phone because it rings their phone. Of course, it's on silent now, but whatever. It's like, hello, hello, are you there? Are you there? That is not polite these days. What you do is you send a text message that says, can you talk? Or you just send whatever you're trying to say in text. I mean, anyone who texts can you talk is being extremely invasive. That's King's Gambit is this. Because people these days don't want to be interrupted by anything. They're way too busy watching Game of Thrones. So do not call people. If you're calling people on the phone, you're doing it wrong. You need to text them. And if you really need to talk on the phone, you text them, can you talk? Once upon a time, before you were born, people would show up at your house without warning you. If you back when you could afford a house, right? So you'd have this house. Just bear with me, okay? You've got a house, okay? So you're in a house, and then knock, knock, knock. There's a knock on the door, and you're like, who's here? I'm checking my Apple. There was no Apple Watch back then. I'm checking my wrist, and I don't have an Apple Watch. Who could be at the door? So you go to the door, and it's your best friend. He showed up unannounced. Why did he do that? Because you don't have a phone, because phones haven't been invented. This is a pretty stupid story, actually. Yeah, but let's continue it. So then phones were invented, but people still did that for hundreds of years until they died of old age. And then more people started doing it. So eventually we got this shift in culture where no longer was it appropriate to, whoops, there goes my pawn, show up at your friend's house without calling him first. So people would call each other and be like, hello? Hi, is this my best friend? I hope I'm your best friend. Can I come over to your house? Because this is what I'm doing. Okay, because we're doing this variant. Because I'm holding my hand like a phone shape, so I feel like I should be telling you that right now. Like, sure, come on over. And then they come over. You need to warn them that you're about to invade their life. So you do that with a phone call. Well, now we've invented sending text messages, which is a very, very bad invention, by the way. If I could uninvent text messaging, oh, that's a difficult question. Would you uninvent text messaging? Let me know in the comments below the video. I'm actually curious because there's some downsides to text messaging, such as driving your car into a tree, which one person I know did that. He wasn't texting. He wasn't texting, okay? He was simply sleeping while driving his car. So there are different ways to do that. By the way, I do not recommend sleeping while driving your car, especially if the car doesn't know how to drive, which this car did not. Hey, I win. GG. That was cool. That was cool. He sends poo-poo, which I think that means good job. I'm going to translate that why. I don't see any other challengers. So if you're watching live right now and you want to play me, my username is ChessWhiz, as you can see right here. Clearly it says ChessWhiz. Oh, did you think that's a ChessWhiz? Haha, you're the first person to ever think that. And then you send me a challenge. And then you have to make sure it's 1+4, because I only play 1+4. That's how I can tell who actually knows me and who has just seen me on the internet. Because if you've just seen me on the internet, you're like, hey man, want to play 3+0? What is that? I'm not going to play that mess. Of course, I'm only going to play 1+4. Okay, so this guy's got a new strat in mind, but I'm just going to play chess instead. With the variant rules, of course, which is these rules. Wow, how, now. This is what you should say if someone says to you, I bet I can make you speak Indian. Then you say, wow, how? That's what you're supposed to say. I did it once. I did it once. I said that, and then I felt pretty dumb because I didn't see it coming. But that's that story. So now with text messaging, you should not call people because that's as invasive as showing up at their house. You have to text them to warn them that you're calling them. So you know what's going to happen next? We're going to invent intraneural brain communication links where you just like can think thoughts and send them to people. Okay, we're definitely going to invent that after you're dead. You're going to die first, and then we're going to invent that, just me and the inventor. And what we're going to invent is all you have to do is be like, and what you did is just send them a think message that says, I'm about to text you. And I'm about to text you. Can we talk? And then they think back. So then you text. Can you talk? And then they text back. Sure. Or what they do is just call you back, of course, right? And then you're on the phone. You're like, hey, can I come over? This is so stupid because it's true. You know we're gonna do that. We get to this point where like a step. Okay, I'm a little closer. Now I'm almost invading your life. Hey, can I come over? Sure. And then you auto transport to their house using your flying car, which by the way is a super bad idea. No, bar managing, you outsmarted me with the flying car. If I hadn't been distracted by flying cars, you never would have done that to me. How do I win now? This requires me to type in the chat. Now, I used to think that could have any number of M's, like this. I used to think that, like, is that Definitely. But now that I've learned, it has 3 M's, doesn't it? Isn't this Man, he pinned my bishop to my thing. How do you spell Like, it's probably this way if you're playing Scrabble, but what if you're on Reddit? Isn't it this way? Ah, this will distract him. I had 0.2 seconds, man. Don't blame me. Oh, good move. Good move. I'll just send him ow. That's a very Reddit thing to say, because if you go to reddit.com and they're like, we don't have servers for you and we won't serve you a web page, they serve you ow instead, which is kind of funny. I've done that, which is why now. My computer says it is uploading this video at 0 KB/s. 0 kilobits per second. And someone in the chat is telling me that I need a faster upload speed. Why would you say that? Don't you think 0 is good enough? I mean, clearly you can tell that I am uploading nothing. Man, that guy is never going to get another rook out. Look what I'm doing. I'm just going to take his rooks. Boom. Booyah. I'll just say booyah with an M. The M is for I'm going to reuse it later. Okay, Rainbows Our Guy in the chat has a message for me. He wrote me a message, and the message says, I work in a call center, and there is a button. There is a button. LOL. Now, how would you use a button in the call center? It's like, first you call them, because no kind of call center are you going to... Oh, wait, there are those call centers. I'm imagining those super scammy call centers that like, the warranty on your vehicle is about to expire. We need your credit card number and your social security number in order for us not to bomb your house. I always hang up before that part, so I'm not sure if that's what they say, but that's probably what it is. And I'm like, ha ha ha, I don't even have a house. You'll never get me. So I hang up. And that's probably the call center he works in. But there's other call centers that are like, thank you for calling Microsoft. I'm in India and I'm not paid much, but I'm here to help you, even though you can't understand my accent. And you're like, okay, well, where's your button? Huh? Oh, here comes this rugby this time. I'm paying several attentions, so he will have no hope of out-humming me in this game. How many attentions do you really need to pay? What's the price of attention these days? I don't know. Had an interesting concept the other day with my ears. The concept was that companies like Google and Facebook and other internet companies that seem to provide things for free, such as Gmail is free, by the way. Have you noticed that? Like, you're not paying anything for it. That's weird. Why is that free? And then Google search is free. That's weird. Why is that free too? Like, why is all this stuff free? And Facebook's free also. It's like, I'll just make an account here. How much is it? Well, it's free. Well, that's super weird. So how are they making money? Well, these are the biggest ad companies in the world. They give you ads, right? And then you look at them. And so these companies are selling what? I've heard it said that they're selling eyeballs, which is kind of gross if you think about it. Like, oh yeah, I just love Facebook. It's selling my eyeballs, and I just love that. No, that sounds gross. So a better thing to do is get forked in the face and look at this chessboard and be like, oh no. But then after you do that, after you recover from being forked in the face, this is so terrible. This is super terrible. He has two attackers here. Bar Maniton? Is that what you are? You're more like a barmation, right? Like a car. You're like a car from a bar. Whatever you are, you're definitely annoying me right now. Let's try this. Let's try it. Okay, I got an idea. I was somewhat distracted by what I was saying. They don't sell eyeballs. They sell attention. That's a more kosher way to describe what they're doing. Since it's not literal eyeballs, I hope. I don't really know, right? They're selling attention. So it turns out that attention is very valuable. If you look below this video, like, well, how many bids did this video have? I'm losing again. Take. This is super bad. That's okay. I'll make it better with my chess pieces. I lost a bishop and a knight. That's pretty bad. But I have a plan. My plan involves losing slowly. Attention is worth money. Attention, let me say that again because I just like repeating myself. Attention is worth money. If you can get people to pay attention to you, that's worth money. And that's super weird because I'm not getting paid to have attention. Like, you're watching me right now and I'm not getting paid, but in a way, I am getting paid. It's just too little to notice. Like, I'm getting fractions of a cent per year. So it's like, that's what it's like. That's not worth much. But attention can add up to be worth a lot more. Okay, so what if I take his knight? This is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. He's gonna come down here just as soon as he can. Let's close it up this way. I don't know if this counts as closing, but this is sure a bad position for you. But what if I over here? I'm gonna win. Oh yeah. Ooh, let's send him a drooling face. Hold on, where's my tilde? Drooling face, man. I used to think this was an old man with a long beard. Like, I'm so old and I never shave. But now I can clearly tell he's just oohing, drooling, and I win. Wow. Win by ChessWhiz. So this is a rated game, and he's taken a bunch of my rating points, so I am not going to resign. No. Add time! Oh, I should have moved probably, because I just ran out of time and he took the win. That's so stupid. Why wouldn't I just take your rook if I thought it was a draw? Oh, we just take your rook, man. I'm super angry. And now look, I got a challenge. And look at this noob. He's like, casual 1 minute. Casual 1 minute. This is ChessWhiz TV. Now we're playing a casual 1 minute game. Okay, Pawnee 3. I don't know what to do. I'm super mad right now. I mean, I just ran out of time in a game that I should have won. Now I'm playing a casual 1 minute game like a doofus face while I scratch my nose. What was I talking about anyway? Something important, something really important. Like I was like, I need to share this message. Oh yeah, attention is valuable. If I could get, say, 100 billion, just for example, 100 billion views on this video, I would be rich. I'd be so rich. Would that be good? I have no idea. What is this? Is he trying to play this variant? Are you playing the variant? I have to send him an extra question mark just to interpret what this says because I got some letters missing here in my message. Let's just queen up. We're gonna attack this knight. I'm gonna right there, okay? It's gonna hurt him, which is good because I'm not him. So let's do this. I remembered Madrasi and guard chess. Cool story, bro. Now I'll just copy and paste because I'm lazy. ChessWhiz, are you playing the variant? That's very interpretive here. I want you to interpret that interpretive statement. Not now. Could this be any dumber? Like, we start the show and nobody is playing chess. That's like ChessWhiz in an empty room talking. Okay. So then, I just own the guy, right? And look, casual game. Man, we're going to give you guys one more chance to play the whiz. One more chance. And this represents one. I'm holding up 2 fingers because I have the brain of a cantaloupe. And this means 1 to me, okay? By the way, cantaloupes don't have a brain. That's the joke, okay? So I'll put this link in the chat and see if anyone who isn't Bar Maniton, because a little variety would be good, and also I keep losing rating points to him. Congratulations, Bar Maniton, on your 1 legitimate win and your other totally illegitimate win. That was pretty cool getting those 2 wins. But I wonder if I could... Oh, look at him in the chat. Look at him. He says, I'll give you a free win for rating points. Man, you got to give me like 10 free wins for rating points because of all the rating points you could take every time you win. Because I'm rated 1,000 and you're rated... I'm rated 2,000 and you're rated 1,000 approximately. If you round to the nearest 1,000. We're now playing with Bundys. This guy is so elite. I mean, 1,337. He's never played chess before though. That's interesting. That's just 1,500 over there. Let's do another King's Gambit. That worked great that other game when I should have won and lost instead. Let's see how this goes. So I don't have enough attention to really get rich. Like, I just have enough attention to appear lame, which is a lower tier, by the way. It's like level 1, nobody pays attention to you. And then levels 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 is appear lame. Actually, it goes up to 99. Those all say appear lame on them. And then level 100 gets super rich. So right now I'm on level 2. I'm appearing lame at level 2. I'll take this with a pawn, I guess. Is Bundys going to play the variant? Because I had a bad experience back in 1994 with a guy who wouldn't play the variant with me. He says, okay. I've never had someone say, okay, I'll play the variant, and then not play it. That's a whole new level of screw, ChessWhiz. But fortunately, that has never happened. This is going to be difficult to castle into this position. I seem to remember a rule in chess that says you can't castle into check. So let's put that out there. Ooh, this could be a problematic thing. How am I going to deal with that? I'll deal with it when it comes up. I like the way he's trading his knight for nothing. That's a pretty good move, yeah? Yeah? Like, move your knight where a knight can take it. That's in the back, in the appendix of things you don't do, actually. That's not in the strategy book. That's in the back of the strategy book. Last page where there's a list of all the things you shouldn't do. Such as play, what is this thing called? Rook poke the back. What do we call this thing? Rook racing chess. Don't play that. And then underneath there's a little star. And at the bottom of the page, it says, this includes moving your knight where another knight can take it for free. Don't do that. Okay, he didn't read that book, so that's his problem here. Now I've managed to castle. I have a huge pawn chain. This thing is huger than you know what. And it's pointing toward the king side, which means I should play over here, as you recall. So let's go do that. Let's bring out this bishop. A good idea in chess is to move all your things. And by that I mean pieces. Why would you move these pawns? Pawns aren't pieces. Don't get me started. So these pieces, you should move them all at the start of the game. So like I haven't moved this yet, so I should move it next. Now, a beginner would be looking at this chess position and being like, totally winning right now. Guess I'll checkmate it. But no, you don't. You move the things that you haven't moved yet. That is super, super important. If your rating is not 4 digits yet, which is almost everyone on the planet. If you were actually just take a survey, go down to find people on the planet. You're like, hey, I see you're on the planet right now. Why don't we ask you if you think you should move all your things in chess? They're like, oh, no, I think you should like checkmate the guy or something. Like move your queen out and take all his stuff. No, that's because they're just not super elite like you and I are. They're not watching this show. So I guess I'm kind of wasting my time. Let's give this guy some time so he can lose for more. What is he doing? I don't know. Give me a queen. Oh, he messed up my pawn structure. Pretty good strategy right there. I like to call that a strat. It's not like a full, oh, move at a knight where a knight can take it. This isn't really a, oh, this isn't really, move a rook where a bishop can take it. Man, this is next level strat. You're not at the strategy level. You see what I did there? I'm giving up my queen just to feel good. I do everything just to feel good now that I think about it. Like, is there anything I do, like for other reasons besides, oh, look, a free bishop, besides to feel good? Let's go through the things I do. I eat. Yeah, I eat a lot, you can tell. What else do I do? Well, sometimes I sleep. I definitely eat and sleep to feel good. Now, what about like doing a bunch of work? I do that to feel good. Well, I guess I do that to avoid feeling bad because running out of money feels pretty bad. So I guess I have two motivators there. Interesting strats. Interesting strats. Want to play again? Oh, maybe this guy's never played chess before, actually. In that case, I'm going to give him three bad moves. One. How bad can I make them? What's the worst move on this chessboard right now? Come on, you get by the worst move. Two. That was the worst move, okay? So now the third and final worst move is probably this. It looks pretty bad to me. Okay, so now we're going to play Chess Bundys. Let's see if I can overcome three bad moves. I was going to say you can choose when they happen, but if you wander into... Yikes, I'm almost checkmated here. Hold up, guys. Almost checkmated. If you wander into a chess position that's kind of close to checkmate, and then he chooses three of your moves in a row, you might not survive that. So let's say that ChessWhiz chooses when they happen, right at the start, okay? So now I've really... Oh, I should have taken his bishop for free. Yeah, this guy needs some... He needs some skills. I don't know if I've played a worse chess player in the last year or two. How does that make you feel? Because, like, it would have been nice to move that bishop somewhere I wasn't about to take it. Now, I would have forgotten about that too, so I'm not saying, like, I'm better at chess than you. All I'm saying is your moves are the worst moves I've seen in a year. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you're bad. I actually think you're kind of good at chess, okay? No, I don't mean to, like, say, like, hurt your feelings or anything. It's just that, like, your chess moves. It's not you. It's the moves you're making on this chessboard, okay? It's the moves, but I love you. You're great, okay? I want to have you over for dinner because I'm a cannibal, but not the chess moves. I don't want them. Leave your chess moves home when you come over, okay? Please. Okay, so what are we looking at here? I think we've lost a rook. I don't know where it went. That's what lost means, right? And yeah, there's a few other odd things about this position. Overall, it's okay. Is Astral Echo. It's Astral. It's Astral Echo. Cool username. Thanks for capitalizing the first letter of each word. Otherwise, I would have been stumped there for the rest of my life, like a stump. There's a username in the chat whose name is It's Astral Echo. Probably because he wants to put ass in his username kind of subtly. It's Astral Echo. Yeah, but that's like astral has to do with stars, astrology, the study of random fake stuff. And so an astral echo would be like you bounce something off the star, which is super cool because it takes a very long time. You know how long it takes to bounce something off a star? What is this guy? Is he like addicted to losing knights? Oh, I wish I didn't have to lose this knight, but I just can't stop losing knights. I don't know what to say, man, but your chess moves, they definitely are second-rate chess moves. What do I even do? Okay, this is good. It's Astral Echo. Oh, he read something. He wrote something in the chat. I should probably read that. It's this emoticon of a girl waving, which I love that. Girls hardly ever wave to me. And then it says, Oh, Bundys, don't run out of time, man. I'm new here. What are you about? What are you about? That's a difficult question. What are you about? I'm new here. What are you about? When I first looked at his message, I thought it said, I'm new here. What about you? I thought he was asking if I was new, because he's definitely new. And I was going to say I'm not new, because this is episode 469. And over the course of 469 episodes, what you learn is how to relax while acting stupid. Okay, this is a skill that comes over a long period of time. Nice try, but I'm not going to let your rook to the back rank. At first, episode 1, what do? You act stupid, of course, because it's the only way you act. But then you're like, oh, I'm so stupid on the internet. Help, help, I'm stupid and I'm on the internet. This is very stressful. Okay, and then episode 2, you're like, I'm still stressed because I'm stupid and I'm on the internet. But by episode 469, just look at this. Look at how the words are flowing out of my mouth like word flowers. I don't know what they're flowing like. And you're like, I am so relaxed right now. Look how stupid I am, and I'm relaxed. Okay, that's what you can learn. So if you ever want to be stupid and relaxed, it only takes about 469 hours of online streaming, because each episode is an hour. I was going to say give or take, but I guess it's more like take 30 minutes, because let's be honest, it's not always an hour. What's going on here? If I take this, he wins. Okay, that's bad. If I take this, he takes that. That's bad. Okay, so I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that. I could push again. I don't know if I want to open this up. He has a lot of rooks, way more rooks than I do. Oh, I have a free pawn here. That's probably good. Probably, but then he could rook over. I'm going to have some problems with his rooks coming in. Let's advance the king. I can kind of... Now I could take this and then... See how my hand goes up here? This happens every time. It's a reaction that I have when I get nervous about the chess position. Subconscious reaction. But that's enough talking about whether I'm new or not. Let's talk about what am I about? Like, what is actual message? It's Astral Echo. It's Astral Echo says, I'm new here. What are you about? Thanks for the pawn, man. Always love it when you blunder your pieces. This calls for taking my hand down. I mean, he just blundered another piece. Did he just move his bishop? Okay, so just keep taking his stuff, I guess. It's going to be difficult to win. It's going to be difficult to win this chess game. Because if the board opens up, his rooks will come in here and win. So I don't really want that to happen. If I trade rooks, though, he's the only person who has the rook touchdown ability. I don't have that. So that's bad. Then as the board opens up, he'll win. So I don't want to trade rooks. I want to have my rook ready for a win when it happens. I'll put my knight here next. I'll win this pawn, but I don't even know if I should be doing that. That's going to keep this whole king side closed. That's good. Has anyone ever asked you, what are you about? Does that work? That might work. Fortunately, this guy's not real good at chess, because if he was some super genius, I would be really struggling. Chess super genius, I mean. He is a super genius. This is just his first time playing chess. That's why he's doing so much better this game. That and the 3 horrible blunders that I had on moves 1, 2, and 3. Those are the reasons. Twitch. So Labha is following you on Twitch. I always laugh when people name themselves. Bundys, you're running out of time. It's like, can you imagine? Oh, look, a free pawn. Can you imagine if people named themselves instead of their parents naming them? Instead of like, hey, Mike, hey, Joe, it'd be like, hey, so Labha, hey, ChessWhiz, hey, Astral, it's Astral Echo. Man, it is a good thing we don't name ourselves. Oh, you're out of time. And I should have taken that route, huh? Interesting. Well, I want you to take the rest of today, because I know there's more time today. I'm going to end the episode a few minutes early so that you can take this time to answer the question, what are you about? Because I don't even know exactly, but it definitely is worth thinking about. I'm new here. What are you about? What are you about? Because soon enough, as I explained before I started the video, soon enough you won't exist. In this universe anyway. We can talk about another universe another time. But the question is like, what do you want to do in this universe that's going to last longer than you? Like, probably nothing, because I just learned that in just a trillion years, everything's going to be the same temperature and the same material. I think it's all going to be the same material, but I'm not sure about that. It's going to be all the same temperature as the last black hole evaporates due to Hawking radiation. And at that point, it's not going to really matter too much what you did. But that's just one theory. So in the meantime, I think it's good to think. What are you about? So if you want to share what are you about, I want to hear that. Post it in the chat or below the video if you're watching on YouTube, because I want to hear what you're about, because I have no idea what I'm about. So I can maybe use your idea, be like, hey, Joe and I, we're about cheese. So I don't know what I'm saying. I'll say this instead. This is what I'll say. Ready? This is what I'm going to say. This has been ChessWhiz TV. Thanks for watching.